Hey, Disabled and Prepping, Chris Swan. How you guys doing tonight? I'm doing all right. I got a box of pennies. The bank actually had pennies. Got it last week and thought I'd give it a little hunt and see what we can find. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Let's see here. Gotta get some stuff set up here. What are we looking for tonight? So we're looking for wheat cents, heirs and varieties, foreign coins, that kind of stuff. I haven't hunted pennies in a while, and I was lucky enough to get a box, so it's about time to hunt some. We'll get the starter stream going here. What do you mean, who did what again? What are you talking about, Renee Amy? Got a box of pennies. Is that what you're asking? 6 likes already. Thank you, everybody. And I do sort out the copper. Okay, 1994, we can check the back. Sometimes they're the reverse. There are going to be extra columns over here, like doubling in them. Not seeing that. Hard to know what you're talking about, even though you confuse yourself occasionally. Okay. I think we've all done that. 1959, first year of the memorial sense. Hey, Ann Marsh. He says, yo, yo, yo. Kishwan says, good, heading to bed soon. Hello, Harley Noble. Good evening. $1972. If that was a Philly, we could look for the DDO, but this is a Denver, so that doesn't have it. That thing has definitely seen better days. 1975. Oh, that looks nasty. 1986 nastiness. We'll get that out of the way. All right.
Take your creativity to the next level on Mac and iPad with Apple Creator Studio. For the first time, Apple's best creative apps for film, music, and design are together in one subscription. Get Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and Pixelmator Pro, plus
So what's everyone been up to? Anything interesting?
free, then just $12.99 a month. Visit apple.co/creator studio.
I've got a stretch of 7 or 8 days off here. So we got a Canadian sent. Queen Elizabeth II. Let's see what year it is. 1983 from Canada. There we go. 1983 Canada. First find of the box. And we're going to zoom out here and we're going to pick 2 names for the start of stream. There's Enmarsh, Renee Amy, Disabled and Prepping, and Harley Noble in there. And we'll pick 2 names here. We got Renee and me. You're on the list. And the next one is Enmarsh. There we go. You sold 17 Warnicles today at a coin show for $57. No complaints. Purchased 20 for $50 and sold them to scrappers. Awesome. Can't complain about that. Hey, Monkey King. Think about saving them for a while to see if they go up in value. Heck yeah. Beach Ball, how you doing? This is 1999. 99, we can check for the wide AM. What you want to check here. Right there's where you want to check. Those are touching, so that's not the wide AM that we want. There should be a space between them. That would be the wide AM is the reverse of the proof, and some of the dies got mixed up, so some of the proof reverses on the circulated sense, and that's the variety you're looking for. And then 1992, you actually want a close AM instead of a wide AM. But that's the wide AM right there. That's not the one we want. We want them to be touching. Monkey King says, searching coins right now. Nice. Hey, Scott Christensen. Actually, I was pretty excited, though, when the bank actually hit a box of pennies. He does like the wide rim, doesn't he? $2023, you can check the VDB and you want to look for an extra V afterwards, that one doesn't have it. Sorry if I miss anybody coming in. David Canham, hello. Good to see you, sir. That's a pretty nice 79 Denver. Look at that thing. Beautiful. We'll save that. Set that aside. SkyQuest, hello. That's a nice 83. Be nice if that had the DDR on it, but it doesn't. It's 1983. You want to look for doubling in 1 cent on the reverse. I believe there's doubling also up top, though. But that's a beautiful 83. TA 169, hello. There's another 2023. There's the VDB I'm talking about right there. There can be a VDB with an extra V. There's like a space between it, but I've never found one. But they are out there. You just found a 70S? Nice. $19.95. You want to check for the doubling. It'd be doubling in God We Trust. Then I think the date too. That one doesn't have it. 48 people watching. Holy moly. 16 likes already. That's awesome, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts and party hats and all that stuff. Resume those entries. You love finding shiny new looking 70s pennies, and then immediately after finding a 2020S penny that looks like it went through a war, right? The zinc wrap pennies are horrible. Local Serenity, hello. What are these coins called? I call them pennies. But they say 1 cent on them. So I guess they are 1 cent. But I call them pennies. Good evening, Local. It makes sense. Yes, it does make sense. There's a 2000. We can check for the wide AM. No, that A&M is touching. That's not the wide AM. These are not the droids you're looking for. That's a 2000. That's not the wide AM either. Plurby? Questy? Questy's up there. Questy's right here. Or are you talking about EP? I don't know where EP is. First time here? Well, welcome, Janelle Sonoda. Yeah, I don't know. I briefly talked to him this morning in a chat, but like in messaging. That's it. Hello, Hugo C. Greetings from Chicago. Well, welcome aboard, Janelle. 2023, check the VDB, look for the extra V. Not seeing it. You subbed long ago. Nice. Well, thank you for your sub. 1994. We want to flip it over. And we're looking in these columns over here along this side. Sometimes it looks like there's an extra column in there. I haven't found one of those, but it is an error to look for. It's like doubling. And the reason I'm flipping them all is because you want to check for rotated dies. None of these are rotated right now. It's rare to find a rotated die, but they can be worth money. 1984, you want to look at his ear. Monkey King says, woohoo, almost a year. That's awesome. So you want to look here for doubled earring or doubled ear, but that's not it. Local Serenity, 5 Coin Quester gift memberships. Awesome, Local. Thank you. That's sweet. Hugo C, David Canham, Eric, Scott Christensen, and Janelle. Awesome. You all just got memberships. Compliments of Local Serenity. That's sweet. Thank you, Local, and congratulations, everybody. 1992, we're looking at the AM again, but this time we want it to be a close AM. So we actually want the A and the M to be touching. But there's a gap in between. So that's the wide AM, not the close AM that we're looking for. Hey, Eric. Good evening and congratulations on your membership. Here's the 2000. And that's the close AM. We want the wide AM. No problem. You just do what EP would. Yes, nice. All right, let's open another roll here. Several months ago, going through the weeds and found a 1924 US semi-key date. That's awesome, Renee and me. Thank you, Eric. It's got some decent amount of copper in there. Ugh. Quessy's getting beat up by the rolls. There we go. It's a decent looking 1980. Set that aside. I'm saving all the nice looking ones. When you try to hold an entire roll like that, you drop them everywhere. It takes some practice, yep. 1994, check those columns. Not seeing them. Pete Johnson, hello. He says, yo, what up? 1984, check for the doubled ear. Not seeing that. Actually, it's the Philly with the double ear. So the Denver wouldn't have it anyways. Just so everyone knows, you have the real Questy. Did you swap them when I wasn't looking? Today it wasn't too bad. A little windy, but tomorrow. Well, yesterday we had some big old downpours. We got a lot of rain yesterday. Tomorrow we have high wind advisories. We're supposed to have gusts of winds anywhere between 50 and 75 miles an hour tomorrow. So, not looking forward to that. The horses will be staying in the barn tomorrow. Won't be good for them to be out. We got trees around the pasture, so don't want them being out there with the high winds like that with a chance of a tree coming down. Wind and giant snowstorm this weekend. 95 there today. Nice, Monkey King. Hey, John Argent. There's the 2000. Not the wide AM. 71. 10 inches of snow on Sunday. Dang. Where are you at, Pete Johnson? Buffalo is in a false spring. Yep. Can't believe your name's not Blue. I thought your name was Local. Local Serenity. You want me to call you Blue Local? You feel betrayed. Central Wisconsin. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, we were 64 yesterday, and then woke up this morning and it was 28. $19.69. Local Trendy says 10 months copper. Thank you, Local. Disabled and Preppin's also from Wisconsin. Ducks swimming in the melted snow puddle in the lawn. Nice. Oh yeah, I'm in Ohio, Janelle. So I get a lot of Philly out here. I don't get many San Franciscos, but I do get a lot of Phillies. Hey, there's a 2009 from Denver. Which one we got? There we go. Not too bad a shape. Anyone want to shovel your 2 feet of snow? No, thank you. Make you blue and call your name in a giveaway? Yeah. Local Serenity with a 2.00. He says, make me blue. Call my name in a giveaway. Oh, the heavy wet snow is horrible. Five more memberships, Local. Holy cow. Thank you, Local. Let's see who's getting them. Lake Effect Snow Suffering Club in the chat. Yep. We got Peter John, Farmer Phil. Wait, we got Pete Johnson, Farmer Phil, One Nice Coin, The Gambit, and Steel Wool Queen. Awesome. Thank you so much, local. Doxy Chan, newbie here. Hello. Hello and welcome. 2023, check that VDB. And no extra V there. That's a 2025. I got plenty of those. I'm not going to save that. 2025 is the last year that the pennies were made for circulation. Still finding pennies at the banks. So not very often, but they actually had one, a box for me last week. That's 2000, not the YDM. $2023 again. Still no extra V. You got $500 in pennies at your bank today? That's awesome. If my bank said they had $500 for me, I would have picked them all up. Let's go and find a steel cent. That'd be sweet. 1983. Check that for the TDR. Not seeing it. But you need to save all your 83s and weigh them, because 82 is transition year from copper to zinc, and there are a few known 83s that got punched on copper planchets, and those are worth a lot of money. So you got to weigh them. Your bank gives you 2 rolls a week, and there is an 80% chance they're stuck together with suspicious goo. Right. Yeah, some of them are pretty disgusting out there. Have I ever found a steel cent in circulation? I've found a steel cent in the Coinstar. I can't remember. I think I might have found one steel cent out of rolls. I think I found one that way. But I've definitely got 1 or 2 from the Coinstar. Katita Oso says, boom shakalaka. Thank you, Katita, for your 10 months silver. Hello, Bellows. I am doing well. Hope you're doing well tonight, too. I'm sure Katita's saying, hey, I finally caught him. There's another 83. We'll weigh that one, too. Not seeing any doubling. Set it aside. $1972 can have doubling. In God we trust. I'm not seeing it. She says, yep. 1998. That's another one we can check for the wide AM. And that's not it. I do need to take a pause here in a second to draw a couple more names to get on the list for the chance for the EOS. 1976, that's decent looking. Well, the back's kind of crappy. All right, a few more to hunt from that roll, and then we'll pick 2 more names. 1999. That's not the wide AM either. 1994. Not seeing the extra column. Hey, BH Ringer. Good evening. There's another 2009. Another 2009 Denver. Actually, that's the one we found earlier. Never mind. It got back in my pile. I was like, that looks exactly the same, but that's why. It's the same one. All right. Golden Retriever. Who's the Golden Retriever? Is that BH? All right, let me read through the names here, and then we'll pick a couple. We got Beach Ball, Eric, Disabled and Prepping, and Marsh, Monkey King Medals, Renee and Me, Scott Christensen, David Canham, Harley Noble, Sky Quest, Local Serenity, Hugo C., Pete Johnson, John Argent, Bellows Forge, and BH Ringer. Yeah, it's BH. All right. Janelle, did you get in there? I don't see you in there, Janelle. Exclamation point loot if you want to get in for a chance to win the EOS tonight. The on the stream giveaway. And Gatita's not in there either. Local Serenity says, auto win. Hello, Silver Spurs. Sam Haney Hemlock. Good evening. Gotta go all the way. Go all the way. How do you do the private games or the pirate game? Which one's the pirate game? There's a heist. That's the bank one. What is the other one? I can't remember what the other one is right now. Someone in chat will know, though. You have a chocolate lab right now? Nice. All right. Let me see here. Okay, we also have BH Ringer, Silver Spurs, Janelle, and Sam is in there. All right, so we're going to close those entries. Hey, Isaiah and Moses. And we're going to pick 2 more names to put on the list. We got Hugo C. And the next name is John Argent. And for those new to the channel that don't know what we're doing here, throughout the stream, we draw names from giveaways and we add them to this list. And then at the end of the stream, when all 12 are filled in, I have a 12-sided die that I roll. And whatever number it lands on, that's the person that wins the end of stream giveaway. And that's based on the number of likes we get. The more likes we get, the bigger the end of the stream giveaway is. Local Serenity says, that's it. I'm leaving and never coming back. You'll get on there, Local. You'll get on there one of these times. $202 hours. Holy moly. Thank you, Monkey King. All right, let's see what we got in here. That means next giveaway, local doesn't want anybody else to enter but himself, so he can get on there. Now you're getting gaslit. 1995. I'm gonna look for doubling. Not seeing any doubling there. '84. You want to check for the doubled ear. That doesn't have it. And right now, I don't have my books to show you guys what this stuff looks like. I let a friend borrow them. Trying to get him more interested in coins, and he's starting to show some interest. But I let him borrow them for a while so he can see all the stuff to look for. '94. Check for the double column. Not seeing that. Just keep doing fake giveaways. See how long it takes for your name to be called. It'd probably be called the first one, local. You think it's been over a year? Are you sure? Maybe. It might have been over a year. 1972. Yeah, it might have been over a year. That's seen better days. Holy moly. And that's in '83. That definitely looks and feels zinc, but we'll set it aside. EP rigged it. You'll finally get called, and the prize will be a common 2010 penny. It was a pummeled '83, wasn't it? Still haven't found any wheat cents yet tonight. This is the fifth roll of the box. '64. 59's been the oldest one we found so far. Hey, Chew and Enderman. Local Serenity with the 1.00. He says, blue, please. Thank you, local. Then another 2009 with Lincoln sitting on the log Lots of different airs from varieties there. And another 1.00 from Local Serenity. There's an 83. Not seeing the doubling there. Local. He says blue. Blue, blue, blue. Hey, there's an S mint mark. 1974 S. There he goes. Blue! I'm telling you. Make me blue. Hello, Joey Brown. Another 2009 Denver. That's another one of them. Thank you, Local. Hey, we finally got a Wheatie. 1953 Denver. There we go. Wheat cent. First wheat cent of the night. 1953 Denver. Awesome. And roll number 5. 1992. That's the wide AM. We want the close AM. 68 Denver. That one's someone plated that in something. He says Azul. Thank you, Local, for the 2.00 Azul. Oh, that's played with something. You've been eagerly checking the mail for your package. I replied to your email. I mail out my giveaways about once a month. Yours hasn't been sent out yet. We'll grab some more rolls here. He's Local says it's not coming. He took my advice and looked into coin hunting more. I'm going to get going on it as soon as I can get out to the bank. Nice. Your movement disorder still won't let you out yet. Okay. Well, maybe someone else can pick some up for you until you can get out there and get them yourself. Hey, Diane B. You missed the beginning again. What's up with that, man? I don't know. You're not getting the notifications? You could try unsubbing and resubbing, or maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you could unring the bell and re-ring the bell, that type of thing. EP says wheat. We got one Wheatie tonight so far, EP. In the first, it was in roll number 5. It was a 53 Denver. I just dropped it. There it is. $53 Denver. $2,000, not the wide AM. 99. Check that for wide AM. That's not it either. Where's the beef? It's not where's the beef. It's what's the beef. He's talking about it right there. I save all my Wheaties, Harley Noble. And then if I find like a Lincoln's Memorial or even a Stinkin' Zinkin' that's in super nice shape, I'll set them aside too. I mean, not all of them. Some of them I would have way too many of. But some of the older dates I definitely save. 1995, you can check for doubling. Not seeing any doubling on the obverse. $19.99. Not the wide AM. Mine's Monkey King. Oh, you like the rainbow tones? That's cool. $84. Check for that doubled ear. That's not it. Anybody want to see what I got in the mail this week? 2023. Check for that extra V, the VDBV. That's not there. What do you look for in the cruddy pennies? Well, I still look for see if there's a rotated die, and then looking to see what year they are, and to still look for errors and varieties in the cruddy ones because some of them are hard to find. Even if it's in bad shape, I mean, if it's an error variety. What? Was you deleted local? You're just telling them something was deleted? $19.92. Oh, just his message. Okay. $19.92. We want the close AM. What did we get in the mail this week? I'll show you in just a minute. 1998, that was not the White AM. Mail call. All right. You guys know how I like airs and stuff, right? I got a couple things here. And they're both pretty cool, so I don't even know which one to show you first. Okay, do you want to see the shiny cool, or do you want to see the wheat scent cool? Something you were supposed to get from Bama returned to sender. It got trumped. Dang. Hey, Rowan. Hello. Monkey King says the shiny cool. All right, they're both cool. We'll look at them both. But here is this one. This isn't the cool side. I'll show you the cool side. You ready? Here we go. What do you think of that? Look at that big old cud. That's beautiful. Major cud. So that's the shiny cool. Now, let me get the wheat cool for you. No, that's not the EOS. All right. How does that even happen? Well, Harley, the die cracks and breaks, and part of it falls off, and then when the plant is struck in the minting process, where the die is missing a piece, that's where the cud forms. So the cud is on the edge of the coin. And then here is a 1952 wheat cent. And on the reverse, right there, is a big old die chip on the T. So so Harley, that's similar to a cud, but it's not. It's not a cud. It's a chip in the die. So then when the plant is struck, it leaves a raised section where the chip was in the die. It is a beauty mark. It's a big old mole, huh? So those were my two pickups that I got in the mail this week. So we got a big old die chip and a big old cud. Let's see, right there. There we go. Now you can see them both. You found a blank dime at work? That's cool. It's a moly. All right, let's hunt some more here. Chippy T. Sounds like a good name for a rapper. Reverse of the cut again? Oh, you want to see? Here, hold on. Okay, so the cud is up here. So when we flip it over, it'll be. So the cud's like behind this. So it didn't really affect the reverse. Is that what you're looking at? Sometimes when you have a big cut on the front, it affects the minting on the reverse. And it doesn't have as good of an image. But it doesn't look like it affected this one. Probably worth 10 cents. It's a lot more than that. Fine, 12 cents. Oh, yeah, Harley. Yep, like EP said, it can happen to any coin. Cuds on Coins is a nice website. You can see all kinds of nice pictures on there. I'd say probably just about every year has some type of cud somewhere. It's just hard to find them. 2023, no extra V on the VDB. That would be funny, Harley. That would be very funny. Very fitting. Yep. $47 likes, 55 people watching. Thank you, everybody. When we reach 50 likes, I'll put some silver in the EOS. That'll get the EOS started. And then when we reach 75 likes, I'll add something else to it. 84, check for that doubled ear. $94, check the columns. Not seeing anything in those columns on the right. Oh, that's a nice 72. That'd be sweet if that was the DDO, the double die, but I'm not seeing that. But we're definitely going to save that. I have a box of nice pennies I set aside. There's a 2025. Last year of circulated mintage. I got plenty of those right now, though. I still have unopened bankrolls of those. 1982. Hey, look at the rim. We got a Canadian one coming. We got 1962. Nice. 62 from Canada. Awesome. 1962. That's the second one from Canada. First one was in 83. You need the 25, Philly? I got a couple rolls saved for you, Monkey King. Oh, 62 has a hanging too, but that's not it. Diane B says 62 is a great year. $1992. Not the Close AM. That would have been a nice one to have it on. All right, let me read through the list of people in the giveaway, and we'll pick a couple names here. We're not going to make it through the whole box tonight. I got things to do tomorrow, but we'll still be hunting here for a while. All right, in the giveaway, we got Hugo C, BH Ringer, Harley Noble, Local Serenity, The Blue Man, Disabled and Prepping, Beach Ball, Janelle, Bellows Force, Sky Quest, Sam, Eric, Monkey King Metals, Gatito Oso, Chew, Renee and me, E Pluribus Unum Coins, Diane B, Joey Brown, Otis Cauldron, and Marsh, and then Silver Spurs. And let's close those entries. And the next name on the list, Enmarsh, you're on there again. And the next name, he says, sweet. EP says, good luck, Local. And Silver Spurs. There we go. Rest in peace, LS. Benita Sandoval, hello. He says, I'll be back next year, maybe. Complete that one. Let's start the next one. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my giveaway lists and see when the last time you were even on the list. It has been quite a while. 1992. Still not the close AM. Check and see how many times he enters too. Does it keep track of that? $20.25. Right, Harley? That'd be his luck. Who is Leo? You've given away too many memberships. You do it to yourself. Yeah. It makes you wonder sometimes, right? 84. Don't see the doubled ear. 95. Not seeing any doubling there. Oh, hello, Leo. Hey, Nick Molnar. Or, I'm sorry, Super Nick Molnar. Good evening. $2,000. Not the wide AM. It's going all right. We've only found one wheat cent so far, but ooh, that's a nice 98. Not the wide AM. We're only in roll 8 though. We found one wheat cent. It was a 1952 Denver. We have found 2 Canadian cents. An 83 and a 62 for Canada. $2,000, not the wide AM. Oh, we got another wheat cent coming. There it is. Let's guess some years. Let's guess a year on it. I'm going to guess 45. We'll set it right up here on top of the other one, and we'll check the date here shortly. Hey, Farmer Phil. Farmer Phil, you got a membership tonight from Local Serenity. All right, so Beach Ball says 1917. Janelle says 56. BH Ringer says 36. Oh, well, thanks for stopping in, Nick. I appreciate that. Farmer Phil says 56. Enmarsh 47. Silver Spurs 36. Super Nick Monar says 34. E Pluribus Unum says 52. Harley Noble 41. Diane B 52. Benita Sandoval says 3. Renee Me 1920. So if someone gets the year, if someone guesses the exact year, I will add them to the EOS list. Benita Sandoval says 43. Okay. It's closing in on 1 a.m. Yes, it is. All right. Let me see here. All right. When you see stop and chat, the guesses will no longer count after that. All right. Here's the reveal. And we got 1953. Did anybody guess 53? Why is it getting all blurry? 1953. Oh my gosh. Nice try, local. He had after the stop, though, BH. I don't see a 53 before BH, before the stop. Let me see here. So E Pluribus Unum and Diane B both had 1952. So we're going to put Diane B and EP on here. There you go. Hey, that's all right. Local says, damn, told you it was rigged. Let's see here. All right, let me resume those entries.
Honest conversations about the challenges of bedwetting. Bedwetting and your pants are the same.
All right, Farmer Phil, thanks for stopping in. Have a good night. He says, rip off. There's an 83. Not seeing any doubling there. We'll set that aside though, because I'll weigh that later. All right, let me see something here. There we go. No, I don't have any new emojis yet, EP. I have to have a lot more memberships to be able to make another sticker. I can't remember. I'll have to look and see where I have to be for that. But that was back when. Remember that stream that someone bought 100 memberships? It was after that we made a whole bunch of stickers, and then all those memberships have dropped off since then. So it's gonna be a long time before I can do it again. Super Nick Molnar got a membership. H or extra creamy whipped cream. Kari Z, JJ's Currency, and Rick Robb. You have a bunch of US 1 cents to go through? Nice. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Starbuck. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing good. I got your quarters in the mail the other day. Yeah, well, my new stickers are here. They're the same as before. Let's see here. They're around here somewhere. Yeah, new stickers are right here. Same as before. Amanda says she's curious about the whatever played a penny. Oh yeah. I don't know if it's painted or what. I mean, it could be like someone tried to make it look gold. I don't know exactly what it is. You just did new stickers too? Cool. Lick it and find out. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I mean, it almost looks like someone just spray painted it with gold spray paint or something. That'd be my guess. I mean, it could be gold leaf, but I doubt it. I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, I guess it could be gold leaf. Looks like an art paint pen. Or nail polish, yeah. That's a possibility. All right, Nick. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Penny had a party. The fantastic story behind it. Yep. $19.94. Not seeing the doubled column. Yeah, I wonder that too, Harley. 84. Check for doubled ear. Not seeing it. And how many rare coins rotted away in a wishing well somewhere? Toxic says I have a 1964. It looks brand new still. Awesome. It's another 83. Don't see any doubling, but we'll save it to weigh it. Just wait till they destroy most of them like Canada did. Yeah. Although I don't know, I don't even know why the U.S. would do that. I mean, it'd probably cost them more money to destroy them than what they would get out of the copper melt. Why would they spend all that time and money to collect them all? Just makes no sense to me. I mean, yeah, I guess they have to offer to let people turn them in for face value instead of them becoming instead of people just losing out on the value. They have to give people an opportunity to turn them in. 3 use and make quarters. Harley says, "Don't confiscate my hoard of pennies." $20.23. That just got the VDB, no extra V. Have to go back to hiding our coins and treasure chests buried in the ground again. Nah, I don't think they're gonna be knocking at our doors asking us to turn them in. They're just they're gonna offer people to turn them in so they don't lose money on them, and then melt them down from there. Penny police. Give a penny, take a penny. Tray will be empty. Yep, that'll be like a dime tray or something now. The lint tray. This is a nice 76. Not as nice as the one with the cut on it. $99, not the wide AM. I saw that EP. I saw that. Sent a PNG on Discord for the new emoji. I'll check it out later. Because I'll probably lose the stream if I try to check it out right now on my phone. All right, good night, Sam. I might be able to swap emojis. Swap it for something from something we don't really use. All right, let me grab some more rolls here. Thanks for coming in, Sam. You have a good night. $68 likes. Holy moly. Come on, Weeze.
I'm Dr. Beachjam, a pediatric physician, and I'm excited to partner with Goodnights again to help parents better understand bedwetting. Remember, bedwetting isn't something they're doing, it's something that's happening to them. Bedwetting is normal, common.
2000, not the white AM. Another 2000. That's not either. There's a nasty 83. Set that aside. We're looking for the wide AM, Rowan. That's a nice 78. That was a pretty one. Okay, so here's a 2000 Rowan. You want to flip it over, and in America, you want there to be a space between the A and the M for the wide AM. That A and M is touching, so that's not. But what it is the proof. The proof reverse has a little space between the A and the M. Well, some of the dies got mixed up, and there was a proof reverse on the circulated. There's a proof reverse die that got put with the circulated stuff, and so some of them have the proof reverse on circulated coins instead of the regular circulated reverse. But that's not it. Oh, you're welcome. And 1998, 1999, and 2000 can all have that. So that's a 98 there. That's not the wide AM. And there's a 99. That's not the wide AM. An 83. No doubling, but I'll set that aside the way. Gotta grab a quick drink here. $84. No double deer. One of these days we'll find it. It's another 84. There's another 74S. Yeah, you did get the pretzels, huh? That was a decent looking 74S there. Not too bad. Not too bad for something that's 50 years old. Pretzels are making you thirsty. $19.99, not the wide AM. Pretzels with mustard. I like pretzels with like a jalapeno cheddar dipping sauce. $94. That's a nice $94. Oh, it is. They make those pretzel bites. Are we talking soft pretzels? I am talking soft pretzels. They make those pretzel bites in the freezer section, and they come with the cheese sauce that's got like a little bit of spice to it. Good stuff. I need to hit the store tomorrow. EP doesn't care for those, huh? Pretzels and cheese, yes. I'm not sure where Dougie is. And then another thing that EP doesn't like. Well, EP likes regular Oreos, but he doesn't like all the Oreo flavors. Well, I picked up. I don't have a picture of it, but I picked up a pack of the Reese's Oreos today. So it's Oreo cookies with the Reese's peanut butter filling. I think they only have them like this time of year, like for Easter. A Philly soft pretzel wants to make you hurl. You don't like soft pretzels? Or did they do something funky to them in Philly? All right. What do you guys see in this roll? Something in this roll isn't a normal. How about a pretzel bun? Who can see it? Timmy. Hey, Timmy. I see it too, Doug. Right there on the end. You prefer things hard. That's what she said. Right here. Let's see how it's like got the square part. Right there. Canadian cent. It's the 1867 to 1992. One of these things is not like the other. Pretzel rods in the fridge. Are they chocolate covered pretzel rods? There's an extra thin penny. Yep. It's falling apart now, but I can. Or what? Hold on a second. Some of them fell out, so let me get them all in there. I mean, some do look thinner than others, but like this one right here, that zinc in there looks thinner than the other ones. Copper pennies sink and zinc ones float. Fertilizer zinc coins. $2,000. Not the white AM. Hey, John Jacobs. How you doing, Doug Harding? You know, I forgot a light tonight. Hold on a second here. There we go. What poll do you want to open, local? 1999. Not the white AM. What poll do you want to open, local? $84, not the double deer. Should local's name be turned blue, yes or no? All right, hold on a second here. Oh, 1 second here. Silver Spurs. What did you send? I missed it. Let me see if I can see it. Hold on one second. Silver Spurs sent 2 Jules. Thank you, Silver Spurs. $19.59. Thank you, Silver Spurs. Another 59. Dolan Roth Knight, hello. Good to see you. Renee says, I voted no because why? Because why? Why am I not blue? Everyone wants to be blue. Edmar says, I refuse. So we got 43% say yes, 20% say no, 35% say I refuse to answer. 31 people have voted. Plot twist. Locals colorblind and wouldn't notice a change anyways. 84, still not the doubled ear. Alrighty. Let's pick out 2 more names from the giveaway. Exclamation point loot if you're not in there. Right now we have Hugo C, Local Serenity, Harley Noble, BH Ringer, Silver Spurs, Janelle, EP, Eric, Chu, Enmarsh, Dan B, Disabled and Prepping, Sam, Beach Ball, Otis Cauldron, Doug Harding, Monkey King Metals, Renee and me, Tim A, hey Tim A, John Jacobs, and Dolm Roth Knight. Alrighty, let's close those entries. And we got Beach Ball. And the next name, John Jacobs. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. EP says more, not local. All right. There we go. We opened the last one for the night. EGB, hello. I'm doing good. Hope you are too. That's your name too, Doug? All right. Let's open another roll. How long have I been collecting coins for? Well, I used to do it as a kid, just with an album and just hunting dates from Pocket Change, and then I kind of got away from it. But I've been doing coin roll hunting for 6 years now, maybe 7 years now. And I've been buying more coins for my collection and stuff as an adult here. You know, stuff we couldn't have really done as a kid. But I really enjoy the coin roll hunting and the coin community here on YouTube. It's been really good. $84. Still no double here. Trevor Cole, hello. Have you ever found anything really good coin roll hunting? Yes, I have. I've found blank planchets. I found a capped die one once. Other areas and varieties. I have found wheat cents. I found Indian head cents, V nickels. I found a German coin from the 1880s. I think they do still sell lifesavers and rolls. Yeah, I found a Cud quarter not too long ago. Found W mint mark quarters. Lots of things you can find. Look at the toning on that 2023. You guys see that? Does that show up? It does show up. Fumigated. Quite possibly. It was pretty though. 1999, not the white AM. 53 people watching, 79 likes. Thank you, everybody. That was a nice tuning for a 23. There's an 83. Don't see the doubling on there. Set it aside the way. All right, so we got 40 votes so far. 38% say yes, he should be blue. 20% say no, and 43% refuse to answer. I do coin roll hunt with nickels and quarters and occasionally dimes. And I would do $half if I was able to get them. I guess I did get some customer wrapped $half not too long ago that I hunted. But I can't get, my banks won't order $half for me. Actually, my banks won't order anything for me. I just have to take whatever they have, and they don't order halves. Yeah, silver is through the roof, absolutely. I did recently find, wasn't too long ago, I found this in a penny roll. The silver coin was in a penny roll. That reminds me of another thing I found. Fiji sixpence. That is a cool turtle design. What's the best DDO DDR you have found coin roll hunting? Oh, I'm not even sure on that one. I did find a 1972 DDO penny, and there was one time I was hunting $half, and I found, I don't remember which one it was now. I did find a DDO on that too. But I still look for them though. You get better finds in rolls in pocket chains than rolls lately. Yeah, I did find a 69 no FG one time. The FG are the designer's initials, and they're right down here. But the 69 can have some where there's no FG. DDO and DDR. DDO is a double die obverse, so there's a doubling on the front of the coin, and DDR is double die reverse, so it'd be a doubling on the back of the coin. 1992. Not the close AM that we're looking for. Not the droids we're looking for. That one has some toning too. 1980 with a little bit of toning. All right, let me grab a couple more rolls here and a quick drink. '72 Philly DDO 001. Yep. Another 83. Set that aside. $19.95. You want to check that for doubling on the obverse. Raid? Who's raiding? EIEIO is McDonald. What's the raid? All right, local. You have a good night, man. Thank you again for the super chats and the memberships and everything. Appreciate you, bud. A humble raid.
For most people, the time it takes to receive a refund depends on how you file your return. When you file electronically, the IRS gets quick access to your tax return and can start processing it right away. As a result, your refund is typically deposited into your bank account within 21 days after e-filing. On the other hand, if you file a paper return by mail, it can take the IRS 4 weeks or more to process your return and send a refund.
Attack Chihuahua. You got 1924 D Wheat Penny. Had it for 25 years. Nice. 84, no doubled ear. Another 2025. All right, I gotta find my other book. Where's it at? 1 second. All right. So I got my 2026 Red Book. You asked about a 24D. $1924D. There's only 2,520,000 minted, so that would be a good date. And a VG8. It says it's a $35 coin if you were to go buy it someplace. And then it goes up from there, depending on the condition. That's for the 24D. It is a red book, yes. Yeah, I'm still waiting to find a 83 DDR. That'd be sweet. Your grapevines must be rotten, Renee. Renee and me. I haven't heard anything about that. Grapevines, threads, same thing. But it's definitely off. Yeah, I'm dying to find that 83 DDR2. All right, let me open another roll here. If you guys want gold in the EOS, I'll throw this gold colored, painted gold colored penny in there. Hey, we got another Weedy. We got 1951 Denver. 1995 can have doubling on the obverse. Let me see here. I don't have my regular book though, but I thought there was a picture of it in the red book. I could be wrong. Yeah, right there. See the 1995 double die obverse. In God we trust. But I think it can have doubling in the date too, if I remember right. Oh, you're welcome. Cherry Picker's Guide is good, and Strike It Rich with Pocket Change are both good. They give you a lot of nice pictures and things to look for. I just don't have them with me tonight. Letting a friend borrow them right now.
Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, muscle swelling as fast as 2 weeks or so. Even after 3 years, many people felt this way.
All right, let me resume the entries here. I didn't realize that I didn't realize they didn't resume them. Exclamation point loot if you haven't gotten the giveaway. It's the last one of the night to get on that list for a chance to win the EOS. It's an 84. That's got some nice toning to it too. No doubled ear. You're going to go through your giant tub of pennies right now and not entirely sure what you're looking for. That's all right. It did look like a sunset. Variety Vista also has good pictures on there too of things to look for. And same with E Pluribus Unum's website. He's got some stuff to look for. It's another 83. That's a nice 81 Denver. That's going in the keep pile. All right. Last chance to get in the EOS. Last chance to get in the giveaway to get your name on the EOS. Last roll of the night. Let's see if we can find some last roll magic. Sorry I got a later start tonight. Otherwise, we would have got through more rolls. Another 83. No DDR. Not the white AM. No doubling in 95. $19.92. That's the wide AM. We want the close. $19.98. Not the wide AM. Hey, Numismaniac Canada. Good evening. All right. A few more coins here, and then we'll be done and pull the last two names to get on that list. Exclamation point loot if you're not on there. Last chance.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. For instance, imagine you're a vampire thirsting for a lively hotel. You'll find the Vegas resort near some great nightlife. Perfect. You may be undead, but you're the life of the party. And if the forecast calls for silence, at least there's free cancellation on most stays, so you can wait for the perfect weather.
All right, let me read through the list of the names in the current giveaway.
Find their perfect stay. Anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking. Booking.com, booking.com.
We have Hugo C, Pacific Coin Hunter, Silver Spurs, Renee and me, E Pluribus. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. E Pluribus Unum Coins, John Jacobs, Harley Noble, Doug Harding, Rowan, Otis, Enmarsh, Chu, BH Ringer, Eric, Disabled and Prepping, Golem Rothenite, and Janelle Sonata. All right, let's close those entries and pick the last two names. We got Hugo C. And the last name to be on the list is Chu. Alrighty. Let me find what I'm gonna put in the EOS here. 87 likes. There's only 30 people in here right now. Where'd everybody go? That's all right though. No biggie. Alrighty. Sometimes I go back and I'm not real good at RPMs, so I don't do a whole lot with those. I gotta find a baggie here. Here's a baggie. Sonoda. Okay. All right. So we got 1 gram. Falcombi, 1 gram. Silver bar. We got that. And trying to think where I have them at. One second here. I'm looking for something. Well, shoot. I don't know where it's at right now. All right. I'll have to find something else then. Got to go all the way. Have an 1866 2-cent. Nice. Good night. Got to go. Got one more place to look here. Sorry for the delay. Okay, Harley, you have a good night. Well, when I don't want them, I find them. Oh, here we go. I found one. Finally. All right. So we got the 1 gram silver, and then we'll do a 1907 Indian head cent too. Since we are hunting pennies tonight, hunting cents, we'll add that into the EOS to go with a gram of silver. All right. So the people on the list for the EOS here, we got Renee and me, Enmarsh, Hugo C, John Argent, Enmarsh again, Silver Spurs, E Pluribus Unum Coins, Dan B, Beach Ball, John Jacobs, Hugo C, and Chew. Alrighty. So you guys know the way I do it. I roll the coin, not the coin, I roll the die. And as long as it ends in the field of view, it counts. Doug says number 7 is Rig Delicious. All right, it can bounce off of whatever as long as it ends in the field of view. Can you guys see it down there? It's there. It's right there. And tonight it is a number 9. And number 9 is Beach Ball. All right. Beach Ball. Congratulations, Beach Ball. Are you still here, Beach Ball? Is Paige and Beach Ball, are you still here? Beach Ball. EOS, and this started on the 12th. Not by much, but it did start on the 12th. We got 48 hours to email me Beach Ball. If he was here, I was gonna double the silver, but I'm not seeing him here in chat, so he'll get the 1 gram if he claims it in an email. Anyways, you all have a good night. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe out there with spring storms and everything. And happy questing, happy hunting, and happy Friday the 13th. Have a good night, everyone, and take care. Catch you next time.